How you doing, guys? Today we have 2022 GMC Canyon and we're gonna create an extra key and remote. Let's get started. So the customer have a working chip key B119 and a remote, and we're gonna create a new key and a new remote. So we'll start by decoding the original key. I'm gonna put it in my Kukai product. It's a SEC 9. I'm gonna put it on the second thread because the key is not long enough. And on the main menu, we're gonna go to search. I'm gonna look for the key blank AGU100. 100. And we're gonna go to 8 cuts, not the 10. We're gonna go to the 8 cuts and we're gonna decode it. So the machine is gonna read all the cuts on the key, and that way we can cut the new one. By the way, if you like those videos, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see my daily videos. After it finished decoding, I usually like to look at the key next to the picture on the screen and make sure that it all makes sense before I cut the key. Sometimes we'll need to adjust the numbers, but in this case everything is perfect. So I'm going to put the new key, same position on the second thread, and I'm going to hit cut, close the lid, speed up the cutter and hit cut. After it finished cutting the first side, I'm going to clean up with a paintbrush. I'm going to clean all the metal shavings and clean up the key, and we're going to switch it to the other side and cut the second side. Hit the cut and it's going to cut the second side. When it's finishing cutting the second side, we can clean up again all the metal shavings and we can go and test it in the door of the car, and then we can start the programming. So that works well on the door. Both sides of the key works just fine, and we're going to use the Autel KM100. I'm going to use the OBD on the left side under the steering column to connect to the car. And we're going to, first I'm going to put the new key in the on position. I always like to start the programming, if I can, with the ignition on position. We're going to go to immobilizer. We're going to go to GM and we're going to hit automatic selection. If the ignition is on position, it will be able to read the VIN number and choose the system by itself. Make sure that the year, make and model is correct and hit yes. We're going to go to blade key. We're going to go to hot function, add key. We don't want to delete all of them, so we're just going to add key and start the procedure. Ask me if I want to read the pin code, because in order to program you need a pin code, so I'm going to have to hit yes. It tells me two things. First, we need a USB cable, which is connected already, and the second, we need a good Wi-Fi. After you have good Wi-Fi, you hit OK and you wait a couple of seconds until the process starts. And here is your 4-digit pin code. You can memorize it, turn the ignition off, hit OK, turn ignition on, hit OK. Ask you if you want to clear any codes. I said no, I don't want to clear codes. Do you want to learn the new key? I'm going to hit yes. Please close all the doors. I'm going to hit OK. You don't need to close right now, but it already have the pin code, so we're going to hit OK. and now it's going to take 12 minutes. In this 12 minutes, I close the door. After the 12 minutes end, it's going to start learning the key, and you'll have to do some on and off. It tells me to turn the ignition off and remove the key, so I'm going to go inside the car, close the door behind me, and remove the key. Hit OK. Please open and close the door once. Hit OK. Place the new key in the on position. Hit OK. Already says 3 keys programmed on the dashboard. And it says matching complete. You want another key? I said no. It tells me to remove the key. Hit OK. Open and close the door. Now those steps are to close the programming mode. And it's going to take 45 seconds. After the 45 seconds, tells me to put the ignition on. We're gonna hit OK. Turn the ignition off without removing the key. OK. Ignition on again. OK. And now we have 3 keys in the memory. Perfect. Let's test the key. Should be nice and easy. I'm gonna close the windows just for you guys to hear it. Works perfect. Thank you very much, guys. Now I'm going to show you how to program the remote. It's pretty simple. We're going to use the same machine. I'm going to put the original key or the new key on position, and I'm going to go back in the menu until I see where was the automatic selection. And I'm going to use the system selection. I'm sorry. In the system selection, I'm going to use GMC. I'm going to go to remote system. The keyless is a push start. So remote system, CAN system, CAN, and remote learning. Turn the ignition on. Ignition is already on. I'm going to hit OK. All remotes will be erased. We'll have to reprogram, and the dashboard shows that we are in learning mode. We need to hold each remote, lock and unlock together for 8 seconds until we hear those 2 beeps. After we heard with both remotes, that means both programmed, we're going to hit OK. And that's it, complete. Now we're going to go and test it out. Turn it off. And that's it. It's that easy. It's very affordable. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you had this vehicle and if it worked for you. Thank you very much for watching again, and we'll see you in the next one.